Yes, I'd love to see a magic trick.
I'll borrow your pen.
Yeah.
Perfect. Are we recording?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Okay, we got just some playing cards. I'll do it on the camera. I could get you to choose a card and I can see it. I love that. So what I want you to do, it doesn't matter if I see it, just take one out. I'm always accused of being a pickpocket, and obviously we're going to get... I'll get you to sign the card. So put your name
sign it?
Sign it, yeah. Put your name on the front of the card, your autograph. I'm not going to try and pick your pockets.
I'm going to screw this card, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Put my name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter.
Can I show the camera?
Yeah, sure. It doesn't matter if I see it, actually. I don't actually know where you want to see it.
Right.
Put the lid back on the pen.
Put the cap on the pen?
Yep, sure. I'm going to get you to put it back.
Anywhere?
Anywhere. Well, just there's fine. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Here's the... Put it back. That's fine. Yeah, it's easy to find your card because it's got your name on it.
Oh,
well,
thank you.
That's how easy it is. So we're going to do it again. Take another one out.
Okay.
But this time what I want you to do, we're going to try it again. Same thing, but this time, do me a favour and sign it on the face. So this time I can't see it when I go through the deck.
Sign it on the
face.
On the other side?
Yeah, on the front of the card. Yep. Don't let me see it.
Okay.
Makes my job a little harder. That was too easy having you sign it on the back.
Got it.
Okay. So I'm going to get you to put the card back. Just pop it back in there.
I'll just...
Okay. Yep.
Ah, good.
Now put it back. Now,
Anywhere?
Put it back there. As I said, people always accuse me of pickpocketing. I don't pickpockets, but I'm going to demonstrate it. Open up your hand for a second. So what I'm going to do, if we can do this on camera here, I'm going to give you a card. Now, I don't think that's yours because it hasn't got your name on it. It's the Ace of Spades. Yeah. So let's put the Ace of Spades there for a second. Put your thumb on top. Yeah. I'm going to try and steal that card from you. We'll see if we can do it on camera. The camera may pick this up. I'm going to try and steal it. Put your thumb, hold it tight. I'm going to steal it from you. Watch. Did you see it? I got it.
No.
See, I've got the Ace of Spades now.
What?
Have a look what you have in your hand.
What?
So now you have yours.
But I was holding the ace. I was holding the Ace of Spades.
Yeah. Well, what have you got there? Your sign card. Right. Put it back. Push it back in there. We'll try this.
I had the Ace of Spades. I had my thumb on it. Okay.
I know. But make sure it doesn't come off because that's people think. But this is your pen, so it's not a special magic pen, is it?
No. That's my pen.
That's your pen. Pop it back in there, face down. Well, put it anywhere you like in the deck. Let me hold it like this. Push it back in so they can see it. Now we're going to try and.
No.
All right. That's it. Now push it right. Push it all the way in.
Okay.
Now, what I want you to do is hold up your hand like this. Put the other hand on top. I'm going to try and make the entire deck vanish. Can you? And you can see it on camera, right?
Yes.
So let me see if I can get in there and try and open it. I'm going to try. First of all, I'm going to try and take yours out. I'm going to try and take your card out. Got it. No, that wasn't yours, was it?
No.
Oh. The entire deck is gone. Can you feel it?
No.
Have a look. The entire deck is actually gone except for one card.
Hold it.
See, the entire deck has vanished.
I didn't feel anything.
No, the entire deck is gone.
Yes.
Except for one card, which is now your signed card.
That is amazing. That's crazy.
See? You try and play cards with those. Play poker with those cards.
That is crazy. But I was holding them.
That's strange, eh? You can keep that actually as a souvenir.
That is... No wonder you travel around the world.
You'll have to watch it back and go, ah!
No wonder you travel the
Sneaky
world
little
and do
fella.
this stuff. That is fantastic.
There you go.
really good. I like it.
Thanks. So that's what I do.
Unbelievable. So you use cards? Do you use fire? Do you use...
No, I don't use... I do mentalism, which is mind reading as well. That's two or three acts. One is Charlie Chaplin, which is a silent visual comedy act that takes me around the world. It can work anywhere because I don't talk in the show. And the second show is sort of more of a magic mind reading show, which mind reading is big these days, trying to read people's minds.
Like The Mentalist?
Yeah, The Mentalist. Yeah, exactly the same sort of thing. There's that side, which I've done for a long time. And then I developed a third show, which is Murder by Magic, which is like a mystery murder type show, and it's for corporates mostly. And so it's great for public for team building and things too, because I go in and we say that a murder has been committed, and I come out as sort of like Sherlock Holmes character, and the audience become the spectators. So the audience become they take on certain roles and things, and then we use magic and mind reading to solve the murder, and we find out who committed what. And so it's a different take on the murder mystery theme night.
That must be very popular.
Yeah, it is. It's great. I love doing it. I do a bullet catch in that show. So somebody signs a paintball and it's loaded into a paintball gun. They shoot it, and then I catch the paintball in my mouth. So I do that. All sorts of things. It's a crazy show. I love that show.
It pushes boundaries of
Yeah,
realism and
absolutely.
what you expect to see.
Yeah, it's not what you expect to see at all from a magic show. Certainly, it's at the end of the day, it's entertaining, and that's really what it has to be. But the audience love it because they get caught up in it, and then to see some of their colleagues on stage taking on certain roles.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like Cluedo coming to life, and then I'm sort of the Sherlock Holmes or the mentalist is a good way to do it. And then I solve it reading minds and all sorts of things. So.
Is he good? Is he authentic, that mentalist stuff? Or
Which one?
Like the mentalist, the show, The Mentalist.
The TV?
Right? Yeah.
Well, no, that's just for television.
But the optics look really good.
Yeah,
right?
all that stuff's great. I mean, that TV show really popularised it. And it's amazing how many young kids now know what mentalism is. Because there was a time when one of the books I wrote 2 books called Mentalism for Kids. And that's performing mind reading tricks for kids. Because kids do get it. They're smarter. Kids, my 3.5-year-old knows how to use an iPad. Not that he uses it very often anymore, but we realised it's addictive. But kids somehow have this gene now that they're able to understand technology, and so when it comes to that sort of thing, kids I think are far more advanced than I was at such a younger age. So they get mind reading too. It's more at a very young age. It's more guessing. You make it into a game, but. Certainly teenagers get it, and it's on television all the time now, so.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
It's a lot of fun.
Oh, hey, I just wanted to mention, one of the ways, I'm going to adjust this camera a little bit. One of the ways that I'm positioning my magazine is that, say for example, I will go to an event and I will offer to do an 80-page magazine on that event. I just need $5,000 for an 80-page magazine. That includes the video, the audio, the narration, everything, right? Then I go to the event administrator or the event coordinator or the vendors and say, I'm going to give you an opportunity to get money back. So I will give you the advertising. Right. You can sell the advertising to help pay for the magazine back. So I think that's going to be a unique advantage that nobody's offering.
Oh, that's a great way to do it too. It's like the fundraising shows. A friend of mine does. He goes out and does these. He's been doing it for years. A fundraising show. So he'll approach schools that want to raise money. So they actually make money back, and so they don't really end up paying for the show because they're making money back on ticket sales, and also they make money themselves on for the school by having a fundraising show. So the performer gets his fee. And then the school makes the money back, so it works for both people.
So if you have like 50 vendors, and say you get 25 of them to pay in, well, if it's $5,000, that's normal.
And that's absolutely, and it's great for everybody involved. It's great. You get what you want out of it. Everybody is
and
happy.
They can pay for their own product.
Yeah.
So I think I've never heard of a magazine doing that, to be honest with you, especially an online digital magazine.
No, I can't think of one. And the fact that you can do it all yourself, you're in-house. How many people have the equipment, the know-how, the expertise?
Oh, I got the stink eye from my wife every time I went out and bought another microphone or another foam or another camera. Oh my gosh. It was like Divorce City,
I know.
You buy one more thing.
Well, it's a building a business, and you have to sort of invest in it, and you have to have the vision, I believe, and the belief too that you can do it. No point going. You could buy everything, have the best equipment, and sit there and do nothing with it.
Yes.
It's like a magician go and buy the best illusions or the best magic tricks in the world, and what am I doing? You've got to know what to do with it, and you've got to know you've got to be an entrepreneur.
Exactly.
And
you have to think differently, don't you?
Show business, I learnt this growing up. Show business is 10% show. Show business is 10% show and 90% business.
That's a good way of looking at it.
And that's how you will, and it can be the same with anything, but that's how you'll survive and have long-term success in this business.
So I have something I needed to mention. They've done a study and they say that every person has about 250 people in their email database, like an average person, right?
Yeah.
But if you go over to a company, like a small company, they have about 1,000 people in their email database. So this is the way we're going to build a magazine. When we go to an event, say if there's 50 vendors. Well, if we say we're going to do this, we're going to build a magazine around you, and our stipulation is that you share it with your email database. Now, if they've got 1,000, if you've got 50 vendors, it's going out to 50,000 people.
That's right. Yeah, for sure.
Have you ever done that, or have you had any success in that?
Yes, we have actually. You know what I do is I have vendors or people that advertise in the magazine. They are allowed to put the magazine on their website.
See, there's exactly what we want to do.
And so now we're just getting into Taiwan, and so they're going to open up the market now to Asia for us by having the magazine on their website. And the other thing, and so that's huge, that's actually quite big. The other thing is every year I choose one copy from the back issues to be free. So there'll be 4 or 5 issues now that are free, and I choose one a year that I like, and that'll always remain free. So if people want to check out the magazine, they can go online and get a free version anyway, either the current one or they can choose one of the back issues. But this enables now because downloads are such a big thing, all the online magic shops or vendors now have download pages so people can go in and purchase. But there's also free things. So one of the free things on it, pretty much every magic site will be Vanish magazine. So that's great for us.
Nice.
So it's a free
exposure. It's like
crazy. Of course it is. And so it's so that's what I do. What was another thing that we do? I do that. There's something else I can't remember. Oh, the other thing I just started, and this was the biggest thing I came up with. I got 140,000 downloads. I did a special issue, a special edition. You know, you used to go out and get a magazine or a newspaper, and it used to be a special edition. I think the Rolling Stones have special editions, and there's nothing else in there other than that one story.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't even think I put advertised. I might have put 1 or 2 ads in the last one. Well, the first time I did it was recently, and there was a really well-known guy who just got a $30 million contract. I forget what it was. They're building this show. I think it's almost finished in Macau, and it's a showroom, and he's got his own show, and he's hiring entertainers from all around the world. It's huge. It's like the biggest thing ever. And his name is Franz Harari, and so super nice guy. So I approached him and said, hey, I'd like to do something really different with you. And he's a really social media savvy guy, you know. And so he said, yeah, sure, let's do it. So I don't know, I spent a lot of time, we put it together. I forget how, maybe 100 pages, whatever it was, 46, maybe 50, 60 pages. It was a special edition, so that will always be free.
Nice.
And I think we had 140,000. Well, I mean, it grows. I say, you know, the first initial response was, I think we broke all records within 3 weeks of downloads that I put that out.
That's got to be a good feeling.
Because again, you know, it's a story about Macau, and it reaches areas that I can't get. You know, it's about everyone in China wants. You know, people want to know about this show that's coming and this theatre and all this. So they Google it and bang.
You can take an inside sneak peek at how they're building it.
Yeah, everything. I mean, there's hundreds of photos, and he even did special video links. And you know, I'd like to write his book because he was the guy that did one of Michael Jackson's friends and did magic for Michael.
Really?
Yeah, Michael Jackson was into magic, and Franz from very early Michael Jackson days was a good buddy of his, and they taught him magic, and you know, one of the people that showed him was quite close to him. So I think he has a glove at home, and you know, so he's a great guy. But it was a great story. So I mean, he's got Franz has a book in there. I'd like to do a book on him because he works with all the biggest. He designs illusions for the biggest musicians in the world.
No kidding.
Because they all use illusions in their live touring shows. So yeah, it was really, this guy's phenomenal. So anyway, I did a big thing on him. So that was good. So the special edition is another thing I just added to Vanish. So
Good idea.
So I've probably 2 or 3 of the biggest names in the business ever. I'm in talks with at the moment about doing you know, another 1 or 2 special editions. So they're smaller, but they're focused on just that one thing.
The event.
Yeah, the event or that person or you know.
Or that venue.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun.
So it's more work for me, but it's on top of the other magazines, so it's a bonus. And it's always free.
But it's all exposure.
It's all exposure. That's what it's about. It's about trying to think about how you're going to get your numbers out there, how you're going to attract people, and you have people write for you that are also good on social media. So your contributors, you want them to be pretty social media
That's
savvy.
right.
Because
Yeah.
they're going to help you too. So everything you do, every single thing you do, from having the contributors, from the people you advertise, think about that, as you just said earlier, that one person, they're going to want to push it out too. 'Cause
Sure.
it helps them.
Absolutely.
So you're helping everybody.
You build your community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they help build it. And so getting back to what you said, yes, I do have it in different places too. And that builds it from there.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Do you know how long we've talked? We've talked for over an hour.
It's been 6 hours and 10 minutes. It feels like 6 hours. Holy smokes. That's why we had to throw a magic trick in to break it up.
Let's go over and I'd like to do some green screen
Yeah,
work
sure.
with
I know, I
you.
could do it on a green screen.
This is fantastic. I mean, I